Hello, 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 and welcome to my piece of real estate online. My name is Lydia. I'm the Fun Finance Queen, and I'm your money mentor online. Today, we're going to talk about credit and your credit score. So, what is credit and what is a credit score? So, your credit is where you have the ability to have or obtain a product before you actually pay for it. So, in other words, you buy it now, but you pay for it later. I'm sure you've all seen the signs buy now, pay later. That is basically referring to credit. Now, what is your credit score? Your credit score is where the financial institutions or credit reference agencies allow you or track how you spend your money, and they give you a score for it. So, a score might be 10 out of 10 or 5 out of 10 or 1 out of 10. But each credit reference agency manages this differently and they have different numbers. But the one thing they all have in common is how they rate us people. They rate us as being having good credit, fair credit, or excellent credit. So fair credit, good credit, and excellent credit starts from the bottom and work your way up. Fair credit is like bad credit. It's where you might have county court judgments, or you have unpaid bills, or late payments. That is fair credit. Now, if you have good credit, that means you have a little bit more of a track record. Or excellent credit means that they trust you because you have paid your bills for a long time and then they've been able to track this track record. So, what happens when you have good or excellent credit? You get higher limits. So, for example, you could get a higher amount on your credit card that they allow you to spend, or you might get better rates. So, you have lower interest rates, so you end up paying a lot less back. And also, it gives you ease of access to credit if you have a high or good or excellent credit score. Now, credit is a really powerful tool, so you have to make sure that you handle it with responsibility. So there are a couple of do's and don'ts that I want to throw your way, and let me know what you think in the comments about them. So the first thing is you don't want to spend more money than you can afford. So they will give you that credit, but you got to remember you got to pay it back. So always bear in mind that you should only take what you can afford to pay back on a monthly basis based on your budget. The second thing is, as a don't, is you don't want to max out your credit limits. So if they give you £1,000, don't go blow £1,000 on a credit card, because guess what? It will take your score from good or excellent down to fair or bad. Okay, so don't max out your credit limits. The next one I want to say is don't pay late and don't take out cash advances. If you pay late, it's recorded on your credit report, and everyone else who you go to ask for money will automatically know that you're not paying very well, and that will again reduce your credit score. Last but not least, on the side of don'ts, don't use credit cards to pay your daily expenses. That is actually supposed to come from your normal income, but I would highly recommend that you don't use credit cards to pay for daily expenses. Now, let's go to the do's. As your money mentor, this is how I want you to approach your credit. Always ask questions. It's so easy to get credit, but you got to make sure you ask the right questions so you know what you're paying back. My other do is always read the fine print. If they send you a credit card, you're going to have a leaflet that long that will tell you exactly what you're signing up for. Always read the fine print so you understand what you're signing up for. The next one is shop around. There are so many financial institutions or credit cards that want to lend you money, so always shop around and make sure you get the best deal. There are actually 0% interest credit cards out there. So if you have the right credit score, you can actually receive credit for very little or low amounts of money. But again, the other thing you want to do is you want to check your credit report. Make sure that you contact Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion at least once a year so you can know what is written on your credit report. Know what the financial institutions know about you, because knowledge is power. And last but not least, be careful. Credit is a tool that you need to use wisely, and with much power comes much responsibility. Be wise about how you use credit, and preferably use it only when it's absolutely crucial or not at all. Remember, credit can be a double-edged sword, so it can work for your good, it can work for your bad, but just make sure you balance it so it always works for your good. Coming from you with lots of love, be good, be safe, be happy, and remember, I'm here to help you make money more understandable, more simple, more fun. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you on the next one.